co-choreographed Beyonce's music videos. What songs were they? What videos?
My first music video that I ever choreographed as a choreographer, that I ever worked on as a choreographer, was Run the World.
Oh, God.
And then...
Wait, I just got goosebumps. What? No pressure, first job.
I can't even believe I can say that. It's wild to me. And then I stayed on with her for a couple years, actually. I worked on Dance for You and Love on Top and some of her live shows. I worked with her for a while. I'm so thankful to her and the entire team because they turned my life around. I'm so thankful.
Where do you go from here?
Right. It was after that, because of the team that I was working with. Frank Gatson was her creative director at the time, and he really brought me on to work with incredible people. I worked with Jennifer Lopez after that, and Kelly Rowland, and it snowballed from there. Thank goodness people wanted to have me around, because you still walk around with that insecurity in whatever position you're in. You want to be your best. But then it's just like, well, what's next? I mean, Beyonce, like, am I going to stay with her forever? What do I do? But then I've been lucky enough to stick around and to work with some incredible people.
And I also love the range and diversity of your work, because you've done Broadway, and you've also done the new Whitney Houston movie.
Yes.
So that is a feature film. And then you did Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which is a series. And so it shows up in all these different ways, which really has to be fulfilling, that your work can influence a lot of different spectrums.
It is incredibly fulfilling, mainly for me, because the dancer life has such a short lifespan as a dancer. And so you have to think about your next step. But I always knew that I wanted to continue in the dance world, and especially choreography. I just love to create movement. But I also never wanted to be pigeonholed into one type of dance, one genre. I want to make sure that if I say I dance, I can just dance. You throw it at me and I can give it to you. And so thankfully I've been able to, cross genres and like go into new worlds. Like when I did the pre-Broadway run for Devil Wears Prada, it's such a different world, and it's also a challenge. It opens up my mind in places that I never thought of, and so it's been really, really fulfilling, and I'm really grateful for it.
Oh my goodness. So James, let's go all the way back. How long did you want to be a dancer into a choreography?
Well, I think the day I was born, I was smacked on my butt and did a pirouette when I came out of the womb. I honestly can't remember the moment when I knew I wanted to be a choreographer, because it was always in me. I was always dancing. I just danced, I moved. And then when I was like 5 or 6, I was creating movement on my sisters and my brother. And I was like, no, it's on 5, not 6. Do it again. I was that when I was that young. And then after finding out who Janet Jackson's choreographers were, Debbie Allen, Bob Fosse, I was like, I want to be them. I want to emulate what they do. I'm really, really inspired by them specifically. And I was like, oh, they're behind the camera. And they're the ones actually cultivating a culture of dance. And that's what I wanted to do.
How did you get exposure to them? Because I love finding out how we see the people that we idolize.
Yes. I think I have to really thank my older sisters. Every Saturday, you wake up and the music's bumping, but you got to do your chores. So my mom knows we hated to get up, but she knew it'd be fun if we danced doing it. So my parents just loved music, hearing the music the whole time, and then just moving to it. And that feeling that I would get just being like seeing my mom dance. And then she's like sleeping or doing the dishes, and we're vacuuming but performing. It was just the feeling that came over me. And I was like, I want to keep this feeling forever. And that was really the big catalyst for me.